Welcome to MedTech Global Insights. A major shift just rippled through the U.S. medical device market. Last week, the FDA began rigorously enforcing its new cybersecurity authority under Section 524B. This is catching many device makers off guard. The change directly impacts any company using the 510K clearance pathway for devices with software or connectivity, which are now termed cyber devices. For years, cybersecurity was a checkbox. Now, it is a critical pre-submission gate, and the FDA is not hesitating to issue refuse to accept letters for incomplete files. The core of the new requirement is a mandate for total transparency and proactive security management. Manufacturers must now provide extensive documentation on their secure product development framework. They also need a detailed plan to monitor and address post-market vulnerabilities. The most challenging new element for many is the requirement for a complete software bill of materials, commonly known as an SBOM. This means listing every single software component and library in the device, including open source code, and analyzing their potential vulnerabilities. This is a massive resource drain for companies that did not build this process into their initial design and quality systems. Let's consider a real-world case. Think of a mid-sized company in Europe with an innovative AI-powered patient monitoring system. They spent years developing their device and collecting clinical data. They planned their US launch for this quarter and submitted their 510K application, assuming they met all requirements. Last week, they received a rejection. The reason was not related to the device's clinical efficacy or safety, but to an inadequate cybersecurity file. Their SBOM was incomplete, and their post-market surveillance plan was deemed too reactive. Now, their entire US market entry is delayed indefinitely, and their investors are concerned. They must now scramble to conduct a full software audit and rewrite their security protocols, costing them critical time and money. This FDA enforcement action is not an isolated event. It is a clear signal of a much larger global trend. Regulators worldwide are intensifying their focus on the digital integrity of medical technology. Treating regulatory compliance as a final step before submission is no longer a viable strategy. It must be integrated from the very beginning of the product lifecycle. Companies that adapt to this new reality of proactive compliance will win the market. Those who do not will face significant barriers and delays. Navigating these sudden regulatory shifts is a massive challenge. For guidance on building a proactive global strategy and streamlining your technical dossiers, you can email info@pureglobal.com or visit the Pure Global website.